So today we're going to talk about a technology standard that has been around for a little bit now and has not been implemented as much as it's starting to be. And so with this more widespread implementation, more people are starting to take notice of the behavior that comes from this technology. And being TechSmith and dealing with recording software, it's a technology that affects us greatly and our users. And so we want to have this video out so that people understand what's happening. This technology that I'm referring to is called HDCP for short, stands for High Bandwidth Digital Content Protection. Quite a mouthful. Don't need to remember that. In layman's terms, it means that you can protect your digital content from piracy in ways that you could not before. You can essentially shut the video stream down if you sense, you being the video, sense some sort of recording software being run. We can see an example of that on the screen right now, or rather the lack of content. So rather than leave the video just on a black screen the whole time, I wanted to show you this. I recorded this with my phone just before I took the video. So it's the same window, the same Xfinity window that we were just looking at in Camtasia. And you can see I pull up my Camtasia recording toolbar here, and you can see already the thumbnail is just black. That is not representative of what's on my screen here. So HDCP is smart enough to just tell, hey, here's the monitor, here's the recorder, don't go to the recorder. So like we're able to watch this commercial just fine. We can just keep watching this and it looks great. Nothing's happening. However, as we saw, our thumbnail was black. Sure enough, when I stop my recording, this whole thing is just black. The audio does come through. That is something to note. So if you're seeing a similar issue and you have just audio coming through and you're recording one of these live providers, chances are that's what you're seeing. And I wanted to show with Snagit as well. Here's me taking a screenshot. As you saw, while my capture was in effect, the screen went black. So now that we know what HDCP is and what it looks like, we can talk about where we expect to see HDCP in action. Primarily on your live TV providers. That's where this is most widespread right now, is your Apple TVs, your Xfinities, YouTube TV, DirecTV, anything that allows you to pull up on your browser and watch your TV service, right? Most of them have some form of that now. Those are protected very heavily, and you're most likely not going to be recording on those. Streaming providers as well, like we saw on my little video just a second ago. Crunchyroll does not allow you to record. Netflix's and Hulu's, very surprising if you can record anything on there. Those big players in the media game do not want you recording their content, and they're going to have HDCP in place to make it so that even if you try, you are not able. This is not something that anyone will legally be able to get around. So this is going to become the way of online content providing, right? You're going to have some form of protection on here because this is just where the world is turning with its media. So obviously they want to protect those intellectual properties. HDCP is a great way for them to do that. Being a screen recording provider, this affects TechSmith pretty heavily, so we really wanted to make sure that this information was out here because it is not something that's talked about very much, but the effects are seen quite often. You can even see this on your phone. If you try to pull up a recording while you're watching something on your phone, it very well may get blacked out. So hopefully this video makes HDCP a little easier to understand, and we can sort of look out for it in the future. When we see some recordings go awry, we might have a better understanding of why that is.